So if you care about what people think, it's going to be really hard. Right? It's so easy to like feel self-conscious or like laugh and like it's like embarrassing sometimes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like if you care about what people think, it's going to be
That's
really
true.
hard.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
I covered my face because I care what people think.
It is true, right? It's hard to not care what people think, especially when you're
A teen
and
in junior high or in high school.
so what like when you let go and like stop caring what people think, like how does it make you feel?
Well, now you can focus on yourself more and not have to worry about all the other people. And you should like always what was I gonna say? You should just always like go with your intuition and never like follow others because um like you may end up in like the wrong situation and like you should just always go with what you're feeling even if you feel like people are gonna stop like liking you or you're gonna like lose friends. You should just do what you want, kinda.
So did something happen like recently that kind of made you feel like alone or
Yeah.
what happened?
So with my friends, um, I just had like a lot of people talk bad about me recently, and uh, instead of like starting drama and just talking bad about them, I like I confronted them and told them
Yeah.
sometimes you can either flight or fight in this situation.
Mhm.
So ignore it or go up to them. And I chose to go up to them and talk to them to make sure it won't happen again.
That's really mature of you.
And I made sure to like keep it a mutual thing and keep it mature, but sometimes the other person doesn't listen and doesn't want to be mature about it and they'll still keep talking about you. So
Mm.
kind of made
That must feel icky.
she kind of made a lot of people like stop talking to me. And so I told them my side of the story, which sometimes you can do or sometimes you can just leave it because if they're going to believe her, then they weren't your true friends anyway.
So how are you so like how can you be so strong and like how can you be like so comfortable like with yourself and knowing that like standing up for yourself is really hard when there's like a lot of peer pressure in like junior high school, right?
Yeah.
So like what
And it's always like scary to be like alone in like school because you just feel like you're being like made fun of and it's just like awkward to have like nobody to talk to.
but is that better than
But yeah, it's better than like being with fake people, so you need to find like your real friends who you can click with, which you can find like if you like get into clubs, join clubs and like being more social, which is like hard for those who are antisocial, but
Mhm.
it's easier than just it's better like that than it's better to be alone even though you feel like everyone's like watching you. It's better to be alone than like with negative people.
And you we're never really alone, right? Like if you watch some of my other videos like cuz you always got God with you
Oh
and
yes.
you know yeah, so
And you're not alone. There's all other people who feel the same way.
yeah, so didn't you changed schools recently, right?
Yeah.
And so what happened there?
So drama is just everywhere.
I'm really proud of you,
And
by the way, because yeah.
thank you. Even like at other schools, like you think you're gonna like escape the drama, but it's just there's bad people everywhere. But I still am like really happy that I left because in my old school it was like not like, even though it was like a really good education, there was just like um negative people and like
Maybe not bad people, maybe they just have like insecurities or they're uncomfortable with themselves.
yeah.
Maybe you're like smart and beautiful and strong, and so you intimidate some people.
Yeah, they, I don't know, they feel the need to say bad things, so I stopped going to that school. I'm not gonna get into that.
But you
That's
you are strong and you're like brave enough to do that. So you've already
because I had to start fresh and have like nobody else at my new school that I knew. But I made new friends and I'm a lot happier.
so how do you think that like this like do you think that like because you already went through all this, do you think that it's going to make certain things like when you later get easier?
Yeah, because I'm more experienced in it.
Yeah. So you're more experienced and comfortable being yourself.
Yeah.
So how are you able to just like not care what people think and just like be more of
Well, I've always like learned from situations that I've been in that the person who cares the most is the one who gets the most hurt, because I've
mm,
always been the one who cares the most.
mm,
And it was just like, it would just like break me more because like the one who doesn't care is just like more powerful and like not like that. Like
well it's not, yeah,
it's
it's not like
like
you don't, it's not like you don't want to care, but like it's lighter,
there's,
like you can like
yeah.
release the weight when you know it's God's plan, when you just kind of
Mhm.
let go. And
And it's just like annoying to the other person. Like you're like making the other person like even more mad.
if you care or what
No, if you don't care.
if you don't care.
Yeah, which is kind of like winning the.
So you said it makes you more powerful. That's very insightful when you don't care. So tell me more about that.
Wait, say that again.
Like you say it's more powerful when you don't care, which is actually very wise because what this whole video about, which by the way, um let's do a little introduction here.
Oh yes. Um, I'm Olivia,
And my name's
and
Kelly Ann Rose.
yes.
And this video is all about how to release those subconscious blocks, meaning how people like release what people think about you so that you can actually like become your highest self
And keep going
and just
without thinking about other people's
and be free.
opinions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how do you not care what people think? I mean,
That's hard.
it's hard, but like getting back into like what you said, like it makes you like why does it make you more powerful when you don't care? It's basically just like letting go and letting God, right? Letting things flow through you. Um and then just living as a Christian, because if people are talking bad, it's not like you're going to not accept them for who they are, but you would be disrespecting yourself if you allowed it to keep happening. So you have
Yeah,
to,
true.
like you said earlier in the video, that you stand up for yourself. You can either fight or flight. And in your
Mhm.
case, you've actually said how you feel, which is really, really noble, because most kids your age, when they're 13 years old, like they're not going to stand up for themselves. They're just going to like talk about the other person,
Yeah.
and they're not going to like say it to their face. So you're actually really brave and really strong, and like that's amazing.
Thank you.
So how are you able to like kind of live by your moral compass and like feel so comfortable like being yourself and like have that self-love and like know who you are so you can stand up for yourself? Like how do you feel so comfortable doing that?
Well,
I mean, you've done it like multiple times now. You had to switch schools
well,
and
at
they were
my
talking
old
bad. Yeah.
school, it was hard. I was more sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know how to like fight for myself and like get what I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know how to like communicate that well. So once I like left that school, that kind of like taught me that like I was doing something wrong in communicating with other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you have to
So
like
I
state
like
your needs.
so I started so I kind of changed from like being the person who was like really sensitive and didn't like
Stand up for yourself,
stand
or
up
it
for
was like
themselves.
blaming
Yeah.
other people, maybe.
And I just like and I was more immature.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now you take ownership for your
yeah.
actions, or
And now I'm more mature and I don't talk bad about the other person, and I just leave it alone. Like if it gets really bad, I'll say something and like confront them on it because I don't want it to keep happening. But sometimes it's good to just leave it alone because then it also shows that you don't care, and then they won't keep doing it.
you heard the quote, what other people think of you is not your problem. Or is like what other people
Mhm.
think of you is like not, it's like their business, not yours.
Mhm. Mhm. It's
Yeah.
just hard cuz like when somebody like talks bad about you, like like in my situation, they were telling like a lot of people in the school. So a lot of people stopped liking me. And that was hard because I lost like a lot of friends. Even though like like they like what was I gonna say? Ugh.
Well, that's like what Jesus did, right? I mean, Jesus was like persecuted, for like being himself, and you lose friends.
Yeah, you do. And you just have to move on because they were fake in the first place. If they're gonna believe lies that another person said and not even come and ask you.
And I think it's really hard being a such a sweet, sensitive, smart, and beautiful young lady growing up, because you're going to have that jealousy, you're going to have people intimidation, people are going to feel intimidated, jealous, they're going to want to be you, and if they can't compete with you, your beauty or your intelligence, they're going
Mhm.
to try to take you down.
Yeah.
And I experienced that. It's hard to be
A lot of people are insecure, and
insecure.
so they.
And so then you can be the one that shines and maybe makes them feel good about themselves and builds them up.
Mhm. Yeah,
But it's hard if they don't love themselves.
that's kind of what happened
But
with me.
knowing that sometimes the person alone that is the leader. Sometimes the leader is the one who's actually alone.
Yeah.
Um but then once they're comfortable doing their own thing and they just keep being themselves, eventually people want to be that person, because most people are like followers in junior high school, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, hopefully not like if you're into sports and you're doing like a lot of cool stuff, but it's hard. It's hard waters to navigate. I'm just so impressed by your journey and how you have stood up for yourself and how you keep your values and hold them true to your heart, and you stand, you tell people how you feel and what you think. And I'm very proud because you kind of take after your Auntie Kiki. And I mean, my reputation was always like standing up for like speaking my mind. And,
Mhm.
you're bright, intelligent, beautiful young lady. And I'm just so proud of you that you speak your mind. Is there anything else that you wanted to share in this video as far as helping other people, perhaps in junior high or with their children, overcome like caring what people think, or like overcoming the drama, or like feeling alone, and how you navigated that, like not
Well,
being scared to be alone, or just anything you want to add in here?
realize that there's so many other people who are going through the same things, and being alone isn't that bad. I mean, it feels bad in the moment. Like, there's been times where I've been like alone in school because people heard rumors about me, and so I like didn't have friends for lunch. And so like sitting alone and like just watching everybody else hang out was like really sad, and just like it was just hard because no one wants to be alone, obviously, but and it's hard to like overcome that and like realize it's fine. But like
So once you did it, you kind of faced your fear.
the
And did you just try to find friends to hang out with, or were you just ended up being comfortable being alone after all, or you just stopped
um
caring what people thought, or what?
no, well, I didn't continue staying alone. I spoke up for myself, and I didn't let the rumors slide by to everybody. And I like made my friends again. Like, well, not the ones who like didn't, the ones who listened to her went to her or whatever. Not like they're choosing sides, but they kind of are. Like,
So you just got right back up and started over again.
yeah. And I realized who my fake friends were and who the real ones were. And I also made some new ones in class. So I tried to be more social during group work and like going up to more people so I could become friends with them too.
How'd that go?
Um, it's kind of hard because everybody already has their like best friend,
Mm.
and like they're already like clicking with other people, so it's really hard. But if you just like, that's why I really like group work, like I said. So like you can just like, once you're like together with a partner, like you can just like, after you're done with your work, you can just like start talking about things like that you relate to, and like, or just be like, oh, what are you doing for lunch, and just like get to know them better. And so yeah, it can be kind of easy to make friends sometimes.
Nice. So you feel like there's a fear that you have been
Yeah,
able to overcome,
yeah, because I used to just like sit there,
and maybe like feel bad about yourself.
yeah, and
And
just like watch other people like get in groups, and I would just sit there, and it was like kind of sad, but
I was like that a lot too when I was growing up. I remember like feeling like I didn't really have people to like play with all the time, and like I was never like in a group. I was always just kind of like the lone wolf.
mm-hmm.
But I think many times like leaders can be the ones who are alone. And so
Yeah.
know that like you
There's a lot of people who you see that are like popular, and they are actually like lonely too. Like there's like a lot of popular loners out there.
Mhm.
Like some of my, like a lot of people tell me like I look like I am like really social, and I know a lot of people in the school. But for me, I feel like I'm not. And I feel like cuz I'm always like walking in the hall alone, and just like I feel like alone sometimes, but
Yeah, I think it's
sometimes it's different for other people's point of view.
yeah, I mean, I think that's really like insightful that like you feel alone like when you're like walking, alone, like that
Mhm.
that even popular people feel alone.
Yeah.
So, um I bet people see that you're um hi Soph, you want to join our video? We're filming. In and out, in and out. Come on, come on. We're talking about being alone in school and how sometimes it means like all about being popular. So maybe you want to tell us a little bit about how like you can be just because you're alone doesn't mean that you're not a leader, and how like not caring about what people think allows you to kind of like release like limiting beliefs and like raise to your highest self? Any words? Any words there? Like, how do you not care what people think? So we went from
just don't.
junior high to high school.
I just don't. I don't care. I just don't care. I have the
Don't care
You really
what
don't care.
I have that
anybody
mindset that I don't care.
And what did Olivia say when you don't care?
Because life is better when you don't care in some situations. When you don't care about what people think, just focus on yourself
and trust
and-
nobody.
and focus on your future and your goals, and don't let anyone talk down on you, and just do you. And yeah.
So
And yeah,
what are some of your goals?
to graduate, to go to a college, to be happy.
So
But
what?
yeah, I have to go.
Good job, so. Because
Yeah.
Olivia was talking about how like not caring gives you power. So could you like speak to that?
Elaborate.
I have to go. I'm going to my mom's.
Okay.
So,
When am I gonna see you again?
are you leaving tomorrow?
No, I'll be here
Okay, so I'll be there tomorrow.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we gotta wrap up this video. I'm so proud of you, Liv. You've overcome so much in school. Do you have anything else to say before all the people in the house get loud and embarrassing?
Not really.
I'm just so proud of you. And don't be afraid to be alone. I was really like alone like that when I was younger too. So anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. I'm new to YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. You never know what to expect with me. But this is just like a little example of like releasing limited beliefs as a junior high schooler or high schooler. And, you know, it starts when you're young. So don't care what people think. Just do you. And it probably also helps when you're in like clubs and activities to like do you, right? Yeah. All right. Well, if you have any questions or you need some more encouragement or some, you know, just want to say some comments, comment below. Like this video. I'm new to YouTube, so go ahead and give me a subscribe. And this is my beautiful, wonderful niece, Olivia. And my goddaughter as well. And just remember, like, you're never alone. And there's nothing that you can't handle. God wouldn't put it in your life if he thought that you could not handle it yourself. So,
Amen.
amen. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.